Hey everybody, and welcome to Neo Scavenger, the quintessential murder hobo experience. This is a very difficult turn-based survival game where you, of course, scavenge and then fight hobos, more or less. That's more or less what you do. There is a plot, you are trying to find out something, and you have to do things to do that. But it's mostly you fighting other hobos with saucepans. That is generally what happens. Gonna go ahead and jump in here. So from starting, we make our little character here. We also have a punch, just in case. We have different abilities. We also have different flaws. We have 15 points we can spend. Each square is a point. Now, some of these are useful. Some of these are worthless. Electrician, completely worthless. Don't pick it. I think it's got one use in this entire game. Maybe two. Maybe two uses. Pretty useless. Whereas, like, strong, very useful. You get a melee attacks, create obstacles, lots of nice things. We have to make our character very carefully because we can't pick a lot of traits. We can only pick a couple, or abilities, I guess. They're not called traits. Actually, they're called traits in the manual, oddly enough, I think. We only pick a couple, though. And each one drastically changes what we know. Like, if you have botany, you can tell plants apart. You don't have botany, you can't tell if a plant's poisonous. And then you're going to be a murder hobo who is also foaming at the mouth from dysentery. I know you can't get dysentery from berries, but that's a funny word. That's why I went with dysentery. Okay, so which do I think is important? I think athletic, tough, and strong are all important. Those are very nice things to have. Ranged is nice, but I don't think it's good enough to take. With ranged, you can make ranged weapons. My issue is, enemies are going to punch you to death while you're trying to shoot them with a bow, and it's not going to work out. So I don't think we're going to take ranged. I think we're going to take strong. I think we're going to take athletic, at least. So we have 6 points left. We also cannot take feeble or energized. We can't take anti-energized. We could take fragile, metabolism, myopia, and insomniac. Now, you should take metabolism because, as you can see here, unlike all the other bad traits, which are just bad, this one actually increases your healing. So, might as well just take that. There's food and water everywhere if you know how to get it. With, for instance, the trapping. I think I'm going to take trapping because this way I can catch squirrels. If I don't have trapping, I think my guy is, he's not trained in the way of trapping, so he's too stupid and he can't find squirrels. We won't be taking botany. Botany's nice, but that's 4 more points. I'm thinking melee or tough. Tracking's nice. Medic's nice. It gives you more stats, or more stats to look at. Right now, we can just tell, like, oh, I'm not dead. That's the extent of our medical prowess. I am currently not dead. If we're a medic, we can go like, oh, well, I've got no blood and I'm dying from pain intolerance or something. Lockpicking can be useful. Hacking can be useful. Hacking can get you the dollar monies. Tracking can kind of be useful. Hiding, maybe. Mechanic, there are a few things to repair. Electrician's useless. I'm thinking about taking myopia. See 1 less hex than normal. Detect hidden creatures harder. You can cure this, though. Unlike all the other traits, you can cure myopia. So, it wouldn't be the worst if I find something that's worth 5 points. I don't have to take it if I don't want to spend 5 points. See, if I take melee, all I have is electrician. I don't want to take electrician. I can take tracking, I guess. I take melee. I always get stuck with the trappings of, like, there's 2 big parts of this game. You have combat and events. I always take, like, hacking and lockpicking because those help with events. And then I get punched to death by a man wearing 13 t-shirts. So I'm thinking about taking tough. This does... Actually, no, probably melee. I think we'll take melee. Melee, you get leg trip. Leg trip is very, very good. because if you trip an enemy, you more or less just get to kick him to death after that. That's something you want. So we are going hard in on just fighting dudes. We're going to punch everyone to death. We will probably get shot to death by a man with a shotgun, granted. Do I want to try myopia for tracking? I suppose so. We're gonna hope we can cure myopia. You can get a cybernetic eye surgery and cure myopia. So we're gonna take myopia. This does mean we don't get hacking or lockpicking. This means a lot of things are gonna be harder for us. But I think it's good enough for now. And confirm. So here's the first part. Here's the event section of the game. You wake up disoriented, slumped over the base of an empty cryo-sleep pod. This game's gonna have text in it, which is the bane of my existence. But that's just what I have to live with. Still damp from cryo fluid. The thick dust from the floor clings to your skin, leaving a clean spot on the ground where a large O5 is painted. So we are right here. Across the room, there's an open door to the hallway and a broken window leading outside. Just as you gather your wits, an unearthly scream erupts from down the hall. Beyond the doorway, something is coming, and fast. So, this is where your perks / abilities come in. Different abilities give you different things in event encounters. We could always just jump out the window, of course. if we came in here, sad hobo who has no fighting skills, we could just jump out the window. Alternatively, if we had like tracking, or no, botany. If we have botany, you could cover yourself in leaves, which there are leaves in here, I guess, somewhere. I think if you had mechanics, you could weld the door shut. Is there anything else? That may be the only two. Yeah, I think that's the only two for right now that we don't have. I'm thinking that medic will help me after this event, because if I have medic, I know that there's a med kit in here. Otherwise, I don't know there's a med kit in this room. We can either fight him, or dive through the window anyway. We, of course, want to murder him with our strong melee. It is a, it's a man dog, or were dog, some demon monster. You still your nerves and decide to take this thing down. Whatever it is, as you assume a defensive stance, it bursts into the room. The beast stands on its hind legs like a man, but has the appearance of a ragged, predatory dog. It looks right at you, shrieks, and lunges. It connects you with a force that jars you both, and the dogman actually has a step back to keep his balance. Taking advantage of the distraction, you knock him down and grab his throat. His claws tear into your flesh as you crush his windpipe with every ounce of strength you have. Moments later, he stops moving. You realize it cost you some nasty wounds, but at least you're alive. With the rush of adrenaline fading, you turn your attention back to the strange room. You should probably finish up here just in case there are more of those things. Alright, so we did take a bit of damage. We are in pain. We'll have to deal with that. But the big bright side of this is, since did I take trapping? I think I took trapping, right? I took tracking. Did I take trapping? I think I took trapping. If I take trapping, I can make this into a coat, because you can freeze to death. We're in Detroit, I think. Detroit or Michigan. It's very cold. Just like Cataclysm, Dark Days of the Dead, you freeze to death really easily. So it'd be nice to have a coat. Stay in the cryostasis room, though it looks like you might have been the only survivor. I don't know why you say that. There's 3 other dudes in here. We can go ahead and jump out the window. Or we can search the console for records. So let's go ahead and search that console. Let's see, Tank 1 is Anton Blubber. Tank 5 is Philip Kindred. Tank 6 is Lloyd Blank Check. We are Philip Kindred, because we are Tank 5, of course. And yes, we are in Detroit. We don't have anything except for a banking account. 20141117. That is the only clue we have to go off of right now. We can track. The dust on the ground makes it easy for the trained eye to pick out one set of tracks in particular. They seem to belong to a humanoid dragging something, probably a mantle or cloak. It was here fairly recently, probably in the past 24 hours. It entered through the doorway, walked to your stasis tank, went to the control console, and then left. You bet good money that it wasn't the dogman you just faced. Okay, and that is everything. For now. We can go ahead and confirm and walk outside the window. Decide to go outside and see if you can figure out where you are. Avoiding the broken glass, you step into the sill and outside, rustling some plants that have grown wild in the area. It's cool outside and damp, probably morning. The distance report of a gun catches your attention. You cock your head listening, but it's over as quickly as it started. Obviously, you're not alone out here, though that doesn't necessarily comfort you. You're in the parking lot of the Gygus cryo facility, but everything looks disused and in disrepair. Plants have pushed their way through the pavement and over the facility. Worst of all, nothing looks familiar. You don't remember this place, even who you are. Your frustration mounts, but you catch it and put it in check. Might as well take a look around. And here we get a little bit of tutorial, but we don't need the tutorial right now. And here's the overworld. We are here in the little facility, and the overworld changes a little bit. Every run is more or less the same. The locations of buildings will more or less be in the same. There's always going to be a like an arena to the north. There's always a city to the east. There's always a swamp to the south, and military base to the north. It's not in the same tile every time, I don't think, but it's generally in the same direction every time. Alright, so over here, we have 5 moves out of 4. So we can move 4 tiles, thereabouts. Granted, each tile takes different flatlands, that's 1. If it was mountains, it would take like 4. And we are barefoot, so we do lose 1. So I think this first turn, it doesn't count that we're barefoot, so we still get the full 5. Currently, we are not hungry, thirsty, we're rested, and not overcumbered. We are currently not freezing to death, though it is very cold. We are, in fact, in pain, though. So first things first, we dive back into this facility. And let's go ahead. I want to hold this. Excuse me, just put the dog in my hand. That's fine, don't worry about it. I have to remember the buttons here. We need to search this tile. How do we search this? I guess I should have read the tutorial, because it's been a hot second since I think I need to scavenge this way. Yeah, here we go. We want to scavenge the cryo facility. Here's our loot, safety, and sneak. We're not gonna fail this. It's tutorial. It allows us to go back into it, more or less. So now for here, we can... Actually, we need to use it, not take it. And here we are back on the cryo facility. Now, if we had the med kit thing, we could fix up... or we could find a med kit that has multi-tool in it. It's something... Actually, I think the multi-tool's in this room. We are in the exam room. Here is the one... the one thing electricians can do. If you're an electrician, you can fix up this heater. That's all you can do. There's nothing actually else in here for us. We're too dumb. We are the big dumb. So nothing here. We can take a nap here. We can just... Like if we... let's confirm. Get out of here. Go to camp. We can sleep in the exam room, which is much safer than... see, field, 0 shelter. Exam room, a lot of shelter. It's a nice place to sleep, if you need to sleep. Before we go and do anything, we do have trapping. Yes, we do have trapping. I was smart enough to take trapping. Alright, we need to craft. We need to take this dog man. 100% dog man right now. And we need to shred him a little bit. We need to throw that dog man over there. And maybe give him a good old lash shard. That's going to explode him into meat. Do we want to do that right now, or do we want to wait? We have a bunch of known recipes. Let's see what the dog man... what is that cloak made out of? Patrick hide tunic? We're going to need 20 small pelts. We're going to need string. So I don't think we want to do anything just yet. I think we want to leave the dog man laying here. Just for a second. We want to go to the next square over and try and find something. Something to help out here. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to come to the camp. We're going to go to the campsite. And we're going to leave Dogman in campsite if at all possible. Which, I think I have to actually put Dogman on ground. Go to campsite. Put Dogman in campsite. That way passing murder hobos don't see him. We want to keep Dogman intact. We need the Dogman. He's lots of delicious food. Okay, so we're just going to go over one tile to the abandoned houses and trailers. As you approach the town, there's no sign of activity. Buildings stand in ruin. Vehicles are overturned and blackened with fire. Explosion marks radiate outward from walls and pavement. In the distance, strange-looking creatures circle in the sky. like monstrous, leathery vultures. They could just be vultures. How does he know? He's got amnesia. The world has drastically changed from what you knew. Some sort of cataclysm has befallen Earth, returning mankind to the Dark Ages. Along with that, your hopes of finding a warm meal and some answers. You decide to look around and scavenge what you can from the ruins. So we will go ahead and scavenge. There's the scavenge button. It's always hiding from me. Abandoned house, abandoned mobile home, lock shed. If we had lock picking, we could make lock picks and lock pick in the shed. We don't have that. We can't get in the lock shed. So we're just gonna have to check out the abandoned house right now. Let's confirm. So right now we get a little bit of loot, chance. It's not. I don't think that's proportional to how much loot you get. I think it's chance. It's pretty safe, and we're not very sneaky about it. We can use some of our perks, so we can just run in there and start smashing the walls apart, and that will make us less sneaky, less safe, but more loot. Let's, yes, we'll do this. No useful items. Here's the thing. We need, we are bleeding. There is some foil and pebbles laying on the floor. That doesn't really help us right now, though. We need to find a t-shirt. We need to find something. There we go. That's some stuff. That's some stuff right there. Let's check it out. We got a bag of potato chips. Delicious, delicious potato chips. We got a stick. We can now officially fight with our medium-sized stick. Ketchup. That's very nice. That's some nice food right there. Look how tiny that. Look how much ketchup I can fit in my hands. Delicious food. We do have a bag of chips. Go ahead and hold that bag of chips. You know what? Just go ahead and shove that ketchup in there. Unfortunately, we can't fit both the Twinkies and the chips in there. There's just not enough room. We can fit this water bottle in, and can we put? Wait, hold on. I think we can put. No, don't put the Twinkies there. Put the water bottle here. Put the Twinkies. You can't put the Twinkies in the water bottle. We tried. I was hoping to, put the Twinkies in the water bottle. We'll hold on to the water bottle. And we are like full of hunger right now. I don't think we should really mash anything down. We don't have any backpacks. We can't do much. There's a piece of paper talking about eye slabs. Doesn't really help out. Can't rotate things. I think we eat the chips. Let's go ahead and eat the chips. It's gonna make us a little thirsty, but it does mean we get to hold on to the last shards. Foil? No, we don't need foil. Alright, so it's freezing, it's overcast, and it's dawn. We can't see around us, really. It's too dark for us to really see what's around us. So only known tiles and like flatlands are gonna be seen. It does look, there's been a feral dog here recently. Not really what you want to see. That's flat grassland. Oh, is this a band? No, that's just what we saw last. Alright, we do have to intern. We are out of moves. Intern. I do have to, this is made with Adobe Flash Player. I have to allow it to save on my computer. And there's just a pack of dogs. Pack of angry dogs. Alright. Can the murder hobo kill a bunch of dogs? This is a good question. I am bleeding, but the dogs are frail. They are pretty far away. We can just attempt to escape from combat. We did not escape from combat. Still trying to escape. No. One more time. There's no reason not to escape right now because, like, what are the dogs gonna do? I can yell at the dogs. Dogs, you get out of here. Get out of here, dogs. I got a stick. It's not working. They're still coming at me. The dogs, they're going to engage in combat. Let's be honest. We're going to engage these dogs in combat. Okay, so now we're actually close enough to punch dogs. We have a stick. It's not nothing, but it is two dogs. And one of them is, like, in my torso. I can tackle target, dive at a target, moving one space closer, trying to knock them down, chance to knock down target, automatically fall over and lose cover. You don't really want to do that, because then I'll be on the floor. We can melee surge, hit 1 to 3 times, lose 1 turn, but hit 1 to 3 times. Not the best chance, let's be honest. We can try and parry the other dog, or we can just try and hit the regular dog. I think we're just going to try and whack dog number 1. Let's see. In turn, player's bleeding, feral dog dodges player's move, feral dog is dodging out of the way. Player attacks feral dog and hits. Player pounds feral dog's left arm with a stick. Feral dog is stunned and unable to move for a moment. Feral dog desperately tries to retreat, but can't get away. Feral dog is exposed and easy to attack. The other one is running away, seemingly. Yeah, see, this one, he dodged. And then this one is just fleeing right now. Might as well try and whack him out. Okay, we hit the dog. In turn, player's bleeding. Feral dog is bleeding. Feral dog leader charges at the player, which is what we are... Is that the one we're fighting right now? No, we're fighting this one. This one's like... He's in a bad way over here. Dog leader's exposed to easy attack. Player attacks feral dog. Hits the upper chest. Dog is coughing blood. Dog is unconscious. Feral dog fell to the ground. Must regain footing to continue. Passed out from unbearable pain. So at this point, if it was just one person, I would just stand here and just keep kicking him over and over and over until he died, more or less. And there's not too much you can do about it, because once you're unconscious, the hobos just kick you to death. Let's be honest, they're just gonna kick you to death. We do have to still deal with the feral dog leader. He is frail and vulnerable, so a hit wouldn't be the worst idea. We can also create obstacle, knocks down some debris, log, something else. Chance to make the enemy lose a turn, chance to knock him down, chance to damage. Must see the target, not always available. So we'll go ahead and try that. That's anytime you see one of these, it tends to be better than just a regular hit. We're gonna try and make an obstacle. Let's see. In turn, player is bleeding, dog is bleeding. Dog has taken a nap. Dog dodges player's moves. Leader is dodging out of the way, making them hard to hit. Player knocks some debris towards the feral dog leader. Are they both feral dog leaders? They are, actually. That's what it was. Feral dog leader fell to the ground and must regain footing. Needs a moment to recover from before acting. Lower chest was scratched. Armor was barely affected. Okay, so this one is still, you know, more or less bleeding out. This one, however, is fallen, but he's gotta get himself back up. So I can just whack him while he's on the ground, and more or less, he's kind of stuck on the floor. See, we can kick target while they're down, chance to enter target, plus keep them falling for one more turn. This is the point that they're gonna try and stand up, and we're just gonna keep kicking the dog until he dies. See, feral dog leader's upper right arm was pelted with my stick. Can't do anything right now. This one is he still he's still unconscious. This one is still fallen. We can't kick him anymore because I don't know why. You just can't kick sometimes. Whack that dog. We kick him again. He is in severe pain. We're probably better off just whacking him to death. Ooh. Frail, fallen, stunned, crippled right arm, shock, unconscious, vulnerable, and bleeding. Just wipe that dog out. Did he stand back up? No. I can create an obstacle. Oh, because he died. Other dog who's still unconscious. Yeah, let's see here. Bleeding, bleeding, asleep. Has conscious and somewhat disoriented. Feral dog leader has died of traumatic brain injuries. The first casualty of the murder hobo. And there goes the other one. Good. So now we got a bunch of dog corpses here. We don't have any string is the issue, and I don't know if we can make string out of leather. We can check here. I'm gonna turn it down on my end a little bit here. Can we make string? Tools, shards of plastic, paper scraps, thread? 3 small thread will make a thread. That doesn't really help me. Yeah, I don't think I can make string. I don't think I'm smart enough to do string. So no string for me. Instead, we're just gonna keep leaving all these corpses everywhere. And we gotta find a t-shirt or something. There's another little city to scavenge. Let's check this out. A bunch of locked sheds. Everything's locked all the time. We got some stuff. What we get? We got some rags and a paper bag. Put that paper bag on, or a plastic bag. That's what we want. We got the dirty rags. We don't want to put glass shards in the bag, I don't think. See, these are 24%. Oh, those are like nearly 100%. Take the rags. Take the other bag, just in case. Soda. It's an empty soda, but it's a soda nonetheless. And we'll take the foil because we can. Alright. Let us go back. I need to end my turn. More dogs. No thanks, dogs. No thanks. Let's go ahead and chop up some dogs. 1 dog chopping. Go ahead and throw one of those in there. Look at meat from furry corpse. Confirm. I am out of moves, so I do have to end my turn. I have to go back to here. In turn. We should, before we do anything, we should probably, like, take this clean rag and put it on my bleeding wounds. Please. 1, thank you. This is bruising. We don't care about bruising. Bruising will heal on its own after time. It is in pain. I think the lightning bolt is pain. Alright, we have dog. We want to go ahead and chop up secondary dog. Give me those resources. It's now day, so we can use the sunlight to start fires or something. There we go. Alright. What exactly can, get out of there. Get out of that little... there we go. I want all the material to go back over here. If we come over here and move some of these over, probably the pelts, glass shards, that'll give me a shiv. I can make a shiv out of that. How about some of this? No. Can I not make string at all? And throw trapping in there. Strong, tracking. Just throw all the things in there. You never know. Maybe all this some sunlight and a scrap of foil. It'll make something, right? And a good old stick. We can't make a campfire with that. Torch, splint, shiv, torch. We don't want any of those. We want, we need that small thread. I don't know where we're gonna get the small thread from. I was kind of hoping we'd have some small thread. I thought just getting rags would be good enough. Apparently not. Apparently you can't cut those rags up. We can make a shiv. Don't think it's a great idea to make a shiv. We have no way of getting small threads, so let's just walk back then. There is a Salute Shack in the woods. We should go there. We'll go there next. Small shack in the woods can have very good objects in it. He's a little bit strong. We got some shoes. Got a bunch of right shoes. 35%, 89%. That's a pretty good shoe. We have now equipped our clothes. We got a cornucola shirt. We got this shoe. Another paper bag, or another plastic bag. That's 49%. That'll work if my other bag blows up. We do have a universal smartphone, but it's not charged. There's no battery in it. And there's not too much we can do, yeah. This shoe, can we do anything with this shoe? I don't think so. Yeah, none to do with that shoe. We can get string. We should get the string from that. We get thread from that. We can't get anything from there. We do have string. I did decide, I think getting rid of that shirt was good for the string. How much string do we need for the thing, though? Patchwork tunic. We need 20 string. It's a lot of string. A lot of string that I don't know if I can hold on to. Let's see. What can we take with us? I want to take all the string if possible. Dirty rags. Might as well take all of them. Eat the chips. I'm going to be thirsty. Oh, wait. Is that bottle of... That's a bottle of soda. We can drink the soda. It will make us have a sugar crash later, though. I think we'll leave the soda. And we will just search the storage shed. Strong. More stuff. Bullets. Lighter. We want the lighter. Lighter helps a lot. We got another t-shirt. We have this, which we can wear around our neck. There we go. Before I go on, in case anyone doesn't know, which would be anyone who hasn't seen this game, of course, we did start off with a couple items. We did start off with the hospital gown, the hospital wrist strap with our name on it, and this bronze talisman on a branded leather string. Now, I could disassemble this talisman. I could get the string off of it. This is a terrible idea. As you see, the demons straight from hell are wanting to kill me. And this magic talisman is the only thing keeping me from being mauled to death. If I were to take this off, a demon would spawn a couple tiles away and move towards me and rip me into half, or like just rip me in half, more or less. Not the best idea. If my voice doesn't die, I'm saying that's not the best idea. We are wearing improper footwear, so things aren't going great. I don't want this shoe. We can't really wear the wrong shoe on the wrong foot. It's only an 8% condition, too. We are freezing, which isn't great. 8%. Not great either. We'll end our turn. We'll come down here to the shack in the woods. It takes 2 to move down here. Ooh, there's some berries and there's some water. So water can either be full of dysentery or not. That's your 2 options. You have no way of knowing. We can take it with us, just in case. If we start dying of dehydration. Now, there are 3 kinds of berries in this game. There are blueberries, red berries, and white berries. Blueberries are always safe. Always. Red berries, 50-50 poison, not poison. White berries, always poison. So if you don't have botany, you don't get access to red berries unless you want to risk death. You do, however, have full access to those beautiful, beautiful blue boys. We'd also search in the trees to get some sticks, if we want some extra sticks. Kindling and whatnot. But more importantly, we want to scavenge this tile. There's a shack in the forest. These are full of loot. Full of delicious, delicious loot. Like, look at that. Look, max loot. Lighter. Very helpful. Let's go ahead and search. It's a laptop. It's bullets. It's a second lighter. Better lighter? Better lighter. Go ahead and get a new lighter then. More bullets. We don't even know what kind of bullets they are because we're mentally deficient. Can't just tell, like, oh, that's pistolish. There is a computer with a memory bank in it, right? Can I? Yeah, it's the battery in the computer, but it's a empty battery, so we can't power the computer on. There are more binoculars, but they're worse. We can probably take the binoculars apart. So we can't do anything with that. Binoculars, these ones we're not wearing, right? We're not wearing these. Why is this glowing? I don't know what that means. Oh well. We can take this apart and we get some string out of that. So I will take your string. I will make that into smaller string. And we're slowly working our way up in the string field here. Unfortunately, that is, yeah, I actually do want to stack it. Thank you. That's about all we're gonna get. We can hide this stuff. We can put it in this campsite. It's less. The issue you run into, other random murder hobos are walking around. If you've got like a machete, and you find a crowbar, and you leave the crowbar on the floor, another murder hobo is gonna walk by and steal that crowbar, and then he's going to beat you to death with the crowbar. So it's not the best idea to leave random objects laying around. You gotta do it sometimes, though. Gotta go ahead and move out. I have painful blisters on my foot because I'm wearing improper footwear. And let's just drop the shoe. That shoe's not the greatest thing ever anyway. Get out of here. I am barefoot and I cannot properly, and I got blisters already. It's been like 1 day. It's not even 1 day. It's been a couple hours. Meat is already kind of going down. Yeah, we can pop over here real quick. We don't have any room in our inventory, do we? I was gonna say we can grab some sticks and take it with us to start a fire, but we can't really do that. That does kind of cause an issue. Oh, that's another shack. It's another shack in the forest. Sweet. There's another one. We want to get all the shacks. Shacks can. It's a trailer. It's not actually a shack in the forest. It's got a crowbar though. Crowbar, a sleeping bag, and pants. I can finally be a real boy and wear pants. Beautiful pants and a hoodie. You mean I'm not freezing tonight? Oh, it's good. String we can break. This is what we wanted.